Hi everybody, it's Kika, your lifestyle blogger. And in this video, my kitchen appliance redo part 2, we're going to talk about the microwave that I'm putting in, and this microwave is called Cosmo. We're also going to talk about the smart fridge that I want to get. Now, I was a little bit torn between two styles. The first style was the LG glass front fridge where you can tap on it and you can see what's inside your fridge, as you can see here. So that was one that I was really interested in purchasing. However, I probably would have to keep my fridge super tidy, and that's just not happening right now. So we're going to skip that one and we're going to go with the smart fridge because, as you know, I'm turning my turn of the century home into a smart home. So in doing that, having a smart fridge may be usable and work very well in my space, and I'll tell you why. One of the things my grandkids love to do is sit at that countertop chairs and table when I'm serving them their food or whatever. So instead of having them turn all the way around to look at the TV that does swivel in the living room, that's a little bit harsh. So instead I can project that TV onto the fridge, which is right next to them, and they can watch the TV on the fridge as they're eating their food instead of juggling around, holding their tablets in their hand, or turning their head around to look at the TV that's swiveling in the living room. So that solves that issue. The other thing is, as things are running low inside the fridge, my fridge will make a shopping list for me. People in my family can make a shopping list for me. When I'm away from the house, I can peek in the kitchen and in the fridge to see what I'm missing, just in case I need to quickly pick something up at the grocery store. I can also put notes on the fridge while I'm away on the fridge to the family on when dinner will be ready or whatever else I want to say. We can put pictures on the fridge without having the physical picture hanging up on the fridge. So all of these features are something that's smart and usable and something that I really want to use in my space. So my selection is going to be to go with the smart fridge. So that's what I am going with.
Okay guys, so I was at Home Depot waiting on some paint and I decided let me look at some of these refrigerators. And what I discovered is in this particular area of the store, it was all LG model refrigerators. They all had just different styles, but not really a smart fridge. Just something where it just had a little bit more technology than others, and I really preferred to have something more on the smart fridge side. But these were pretty nice. It just had a pretty hefty price tag, I thought, for a fridge of this style. So I didn't opt to get this refrigerator after looking more closely at it. I already knew in my mind after this trip that the smart fridge was going to be the one that I would set my eyes on. But it was nice to see this up close and personal. Okay, here is the smart fridge in my space, and I absolutely love it. It has a freezer side and a refrigerator side, and it's a lot of room, so it's very roomy. I love the smart features letting me know the temperature of inside of my freezer and my fridge, and just a lot of different things that it has. So if you're looking to add a smart technology to your home, definitely look at adding a smart fridge. It's a must-have.
So I'm going to try to knock this out in this section and just tell you a little about the refrigerator that I just put in my kitchen for this redesign of my turn of the century home and bringing in smart technology to my turn of the century home. So anyway, the fridge is a Samsung side-by-side refrigerator. It opens with the folding doors. Now, these tend to be kind of spendy if you are going for a smart fridge, but you can find some at a discount. So what I did was look for open box. So when you're going to a store like Best Buy, Home Depot, different things like that, look for the open box item, and that way you'll get a huge discount, especially if it's a holiday going on and things are already on sale. You'll get an additional discount on top of that discount. So what I mean by that is Best Buy had a sale on these refrigerators for about $1,600. They're normally about $2,700. So $1,600, great, but might be still a little bit too steep for some people. So if you do the open box, you're going to get the same fridge for about $1,000. It may have some small imperfections cosmetically for the fair, and then you can do good or best. But cosmetically, we have some imperfections. But you know me, I'm the cosmetic guru, so that is okay. I bought the open box one and it worked out perfectly. However, getting it to my space was a nightmare. And that's what I want to share with you right now. So let's talk about it. I ordered the fridge. My son and I put the trailer on his truck and we went to pick it up. Okay, so it's an open trailer. When we got there, we noticed the guys did not wrap it up at all. So we luckily had wrap and had to wrap the fridge before we put it on the trailer because unfortunately it was going to rain that day. And guess what happened? On the way home, on the freeway, it started pouring down rain, as you can see from this picture right here. It was a nightmare. Traffic was bad, it was raining, and I was worried about this computer that was on my fridge and wanted to really get home. But trust. I just held my composure. We got home. Everything was fine. Now, here comes the next whirlwind. We got to the bottom of the steps, and what I realized is that I did not measure the doorways. I should have done that. But thinking that this is just standard doorways are normally 35 across. Yeah, nowadays, but not back in the 1920s. So this doorway was 32 across, and the fridge was 33 wide. I don't know, I needed another inch to be able to get it through. And we thought, doors, windows. Measured the front door, that was even smaller, that was 28. And I was like, I bought a fridge that I can't even use. This is crazy. So then I thought about it. The door is open. So when the door is open, the fridge is 28. I'm like, okay, so the thickness of the door took up a lot of that space. So after we got it up on the rickety porch that I have, that I need to tear down because I'm redoing that whole back space too, we opened one door. Great, we got part of it in, but when we went to open that other door, just because of the tightness of the space, we couldn't do it. I'm telling you, soffit fascia, parts of the railing, everything all fell off. It was just a mess. I had so much I had to go back and clean up the next day, and it was so frustrating. But it's okay. I did it. I wanted this fridge in my house, and I'm so glad that I have it now. So anyway, we struggled through that process. My son, JJ, did a lot of work. Thank you. And we ended up getting the fridge in. So we got it in, and we had to let it sit overnight. We couldn't plug it in right away. And then the next day, I was able to plug it in. It kept putting this error message that the door is open, and we had to unhook the door a little bit when we were trying to get it in. So I'm going to have to go back and actually my other son, who's very technological when it comes to the wiring, because he's the one that put that wine fridge in for me, I'm going to have him look at it because the freezer is working just fine, but the light isn't on, and then that error message keeps saying door is open. So something must not be quite connected the way it should be. But he'll be able to figure that out. Now, let me tell you about what I absolutely love about this refrigerator. The biggest thing is if I'm out and about or I have to go into the office, but I need to stop by the store because I don't want to go home and see what's in the fridge and then go back to the store, I can actually view inside of my fridge. Here's a picture right here. I was shocked as well, and it was awesome. I was able to scroll up and down and just kind of look at the different rows of stuff that I have and what I need, especially if I forget to put that on my shopping list. It's so nice to be able to look inside my fridge. So, thumbs up to that feature. The next feature I love is I'm able to put my grandkids' pictures on the family hub. So if we go on a new trip, a new vacation, new pictures, we celebrate the holiday, I can actually enjoy that moment for a few more days and have that picture there on the family hub. And I absolutely love that feature so much. So, picture here of me and my grandkids enjoying the fridge. They absolutely like it because they like sitting on that kitchen island. And instead of turning the big house TV on, we can turn the TV on. They like watching little YouTube cartoons. We can turn that on right on the family hub on the refrigerator that's right next to them, and they can watch TV. They don't need to be fumbling with their little iPads at the island or anything like that. They can just watch TV. So thumbs up to that feature. Now, the other feature that I absolutely love, which brings me to, I'm going to have to get another door camera, changing it out to a Ring door camera on my main front door, because when someone shows up to the door with packages, family, or anyone, I don't have a doorbell at this house. Weirdly so, it wasn't a house back in the 1920s when it was built. It was built as a store, so you wouldn't have a doorbell, so there's no doorbell on this house. So having that Ring doorbell is going to be nice, because on the Family Hub, I will be able to see who is at the door, because I'll be using the Ring doorbell camera. Yes. So there's many features that I don't even know about on this, and I'm learning every day as I go, but I also have the Alexa feature. So because I have the feature, what I am planning on doing is just moving some things around. You know, every time you introduce a new AI technology into your space when you already have some going on in there, things get wonky. So when the fridge came in and it was plugged in and I hooked it up to and started using it, now the lights are blinking every time I talk. And if you guys haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It's really freaky. But anyway, that's what's happening now. So now the house, this is so weird that I'm saying this, but the house has to get used to our new refrigerator friend that we brought in. And so once that all syncs and they get to know each other and they realize we're a one big happy family, then everything will work properly. So weird, I know, but that's what's happening right now. My lights are going crazy. Anyway, so I am just really excited about this. Now, in the next video segment, we are going to be bringing in a microwave, and this microwave is called Cosmo. Not necessarily a smart microwave. However, I'm going to tell you when I get it why I picked this actual microwave and why it works so well. Now, keep in mind that I am making my house so that I can live in it in my elderly age. So I'm trying to make it friendly for that so that I never have to go to an assisted living, a nursing home, or anything like that. The house is actually going to work in my favor. So we are going to be buying robots. We are going to be changing things and making it simple. Some things I'm not on board yet because I'm still young. So like the water feature, I don't want to do that. Waving your hand over the water and then it comes on. That's a little bit, I don't want that because I want to control how much water I use. So I still want some control right now. So I'm not going to add all AI in my home. However, as time goes by, what works for me and what's comfortable for me living in this space, that is what I am looking for.
Prosecutor with just possibly an excessive confidence in his ability to prosecute the murder of Bill McLaughlin all those years ago. What you had was
Okay, I want to go back to what I was talking about before that. I had to take a little quick break, by the way, because I was talking, but I didn't want to redo that video because it was so good. But I had to do my nails, honey. So I apologize for my bad nails in that first part of this video. But I had to go ahead and just do those because, I want to make sure this is okay for you guys. So I'm doing this video while my boyfriend's at work so that I would be able to have this deeper conversation with you about this technology. And that is what I wanted to talk to you about right now. How technology in your home, how your smart home reacts when you bring in another smart device. Things are going crazy because if they're not all brought in at kind of the same time, you might have a disaster on your hands and you have to constantly go back and fix because it's like a computer glitch or whatever. So, and this is what I mean. So when I brought in the vacuum and the sweeper in, they mapped out the house, so it knows where the layout of the whole house and where it needs to go. So that is what happens when you bring in a vacuum or a sweeper. They map your space, and then they know where they can and can't go. Now, what confuses them, technology, you got to get this right. If you're a person like me and like to change your living room around or your bedroom around or add a new chair here and a chair there, the stupid computer didn't map that. So now it's getting stuck behind things, not knowing right or left sometimes. That's a headache. So that needs to be fixed. So FYI, that's what happens with the vacuum robots. Now, I'm not saying it just stays that way. After a while, you keep using it, then it reconfigures and maps. But it's like, that needs to be a feature that needs to be put in right away, because people do like to change their space, especially if you do interior design work like me. You like to change your space, and I always like to change mine. So that's a feature. So right now, I'm not using my vacuum robot or the mop very much right now, because I'm still fixing up my space, and I don't want to confuse them any more than they're confused. So sometimes I just leave them. Now Rosie's been with me for a while. That's my sweeper, my girl sweeper, Rosie. I go ahead and just let her do her thing until she gets exhausted or can't find her way back to her docking station. So I just do that because I know she'll get the job done if I need something done quickly. Mac, however, takes his sweet time because he's mopping and wants to scrub in one spot for 5 minutes. I don't have time for that. So he has to sit on the docking station until I get all my design stuff figured out. Now, I know I'm talking about these robots like they're real people, but I'm telling you, they are a lifesaver. If you get them in your space, they're a lifesaver, because I don't have to mop no more, sweep no more, none of that, because I have a robot mop and a robot vacuum that does that for me. Now, this is a robot mop and vacuum with brains, okay? It's not like you just turn on something and just goes. No, it maps your space. It knows where the dirt is. It will go to dirt that you didn't even know you even had. One time it got stuck underneath the entertainment center. And I heard it beeping, but I just couldn't find it. Oh my gosh, that is something else. These robots are cracking me up. Okay, we're going to talk about more of these design features, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse. If you have AI technology in your home and you're introducing a new one, that may be a little bit of an issue for a while. So you got to really be patient, because everything will catch up eventually. Keep watching. Okay guys, there's one important design rule when it comes to your interior space. And this is going to be my slogan from here on out. Here it goes, and I'll tell you what it means. The first word is change the energy, change the space. So it's just those two words. Change the energy, change the space. So let's talk about the first word, change the energy. What does that mean? So any negative vibe, negative energy, you need to get that out of your interior design space right away. And for me, how you get rid of that kind of energy is with smells. Smells is a huge part of a home and design feature, because no matter if you walk into a design, I don't care if it is A1 and it's beautiful. If someone's cooking chitlins in there, or if any kind of stinky smell is in there, it doesn't matter what it looks like. That energy is going to push you away from that space. And you may have like nightmares associated with whatever you've seen in that room because of what you experienced. So that's how I'm trying to break that down. So if you get me and you see what I'm talking about, changing the energy is about smells and that kind of thing. So when you're ready to do your interior design space, look at what you're doing and then match a nice smell or fragrance to go along with it. That's going to also be in your design space, okay? And now change the space is pretty straightforward. It's basically just changing it out. And it may be moving things around because you may pick a beautiful couch, love seat, coffee table, everything in pictures, and you may put it in the space, but it doesn't feel right. It's just not working. And so you may need to move things around so that they're in its proper place and ordinance. And then that helps with the energy. So now you have not only a beautiful to the eye to look at design feature, but now they're all placed intricately where it needs to be. And then when you walk into that room, the aroma of this beautiful environment that is capturing your eye is making that huge change. So that's how you change the energy and you change the space.
Okay, guys, so when I got my fridge, I downloaded the Bixby app. Now, if you have Amazon Alexa, you do not need to use the Bixby app. Just want to put that out there. But anyway, this app was a little quirky because it kept sending me messages saying, "Do you want to cook me some dinner?" I thought that was really strange. So I just wanted to point out some of the strange things that happens with these AI features. All right, guys, so the microwave Cosmo came in the mail, and these are the directions. So my son helped me put the microwave up. Actually, my son did it. So he was working on the microwave. The thing is, it was a little too short for the space. The one prior was a little bit longer, and then this one the thickness was just a little bit, tad bit too much. But we managed to get everything in. So here I am cleaning everything with Windex because now we have a glass cooktop and we have a glass front microwave as well as the beverage fridge and the refrigerator. Everything is glass front. So we are going to be using a lot of Windex in this space. Our lights were able to sync with the new AI technology that was brought in the space, which was the refrigerator. So now both the dining room lights and the kitchen string lights are working in unison finally.
Why?
Okay, so this is the final finishing touches. So as you can see, the lights are working in working order. The fridge is in working order. We did get the freezer side working finally. So the light is on the freezer side. And we still have to hook up the water and the ice maker on the fridge, but that will be an easy fix. But we do have the microwave in its place. So now we are just going to enjoy our new kitchen space.